Hey everyone, it's me, Whimsy. I'm outside and it is loud because I am close to a very busy street, but this is the walkway of my cottage apartment, and I like to sit out here when I'm working. So today I decided to do things a little bit different, and we're going to get off politics, which quite frankly, it's starting to drive me a little nuts. So we're going to take a politics break. And instead, I want to talk a little bit about the plant medicine and how I incorporate the plant medicine into my meditations. And the fact that I'm a naturopathic doctor, I'm always prescribing plant medicines. So today we're going to talk about one plant that you can begin to incorporate into your medicine. Actually, I want to talk about a couple, but we're going to start with one, and that is Melissa officinalis. It's also called lemon balm. And the reason why we're talking about this is because lemon balm, if you're looking at it from a shamanic perspective, different plants they function to help animals feel better. That's one of their functions. If you look at anthropology, if you look at primatology, the behavior of chimps, we know that they will self-medicate taking certain herbs when they have a stomach ache or something like that. So this idea of animals using herbs or plants in order to treat themselves when they have a medical condition is a very old idea. If you are someone who is working on your spiritual path and you're particularly interested in being a remote viewer, connecting with your heart, sitting on the grass, sitting in nature, connecting with Mother Earth, which I believe we're all a part of her, if you're trying to do more of the earth-centered meditations, more of the earth-centered traditions, one of the ways you can connect with the earth is through the plant medicine. So Melissa officinalis, also called the common name lemon balm, is considered a nervine, and so it helps with anxiety, depression. Melissa as a plant has a playful aspect to it. So for people that are doing spiritual work and you're having trouble with the meditation, or you're having trouble connecting to Mother Earth, plant medicine, etc., a good starting plant is to start with Melissa officinalis. You can get lemon balm in the packets at your local health food store. You can also buy it in bulk, which is how I make it, and it can be combined with other plants. It can be made into a tea, hot or cold. For example, you can steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of Melissa officinalis into 1 cup of boiling water. Steep it for about 10 minutes and then strain it and keep it in the refrigerator. You can have it cold on hot days. Now, it pairs well with some other plants that also have a spiritual component to them, that also have a teaching component to them. Chamomile mixes really well with Melissa officinalis. It's also a nervine, and it's used for psychological trauma. Chamomile has been used traditionally for people whose nerves are shot due to chronic post-traumatic stress disorder, where you feel your nervous system has been completely rattled. Chamomile was one of the first plants I learned about as a young girl when I was learning plant medicine. So you could do 1 part Melissa, 1 part chamomile if you were working on trauma, if you were trying to connect and heal your heart, and trying to help with anxiety or panic attacks. Chamomile can be added, 1 teaspoon of each, like I said, to 1 cup of boiling water. Now, if the meditation you're doing has a romantic aspect to it, if you're trying to attract love in your life and you're trying to meditate on love, or a love that is going to be easy, like one without strife, a love of mutual respect and cooperation, right? Then you can begin to add a little rose petals. Rose petals have a long history of romance attached to them. We give roses, they have a nice scent to them, but they also have an aspect to them where they heal the heart. They contain bioflavonoids and other nutrition. So when you make that Melissa tea, you may want to add a few rose petals. If you have a rose garden, then that's really cool. Just make sure you wash them, and then you could have a few rose petals floating in the tea. Some people will dry rose petals, and then they'll add dry rose petals to the tea as well. Roses have a strong taste, so you don't need a lot of rose in your lemon balm tea when you're doing this type of medicine. Some herbs don't get along, and some herbs, you can make the teas from them, but you may see energetically a conflict. An example would be peppermint and lemon balm. People will mix them sometimes, and that's okay, but lemon balm tends to be more calming and more playful, whereas peppermint tends to be more stimulating. So they are a little bit different in terms of their energy. The last herb I want to talk about is called holy basil, and it's also called tulsi, and this is another herb that you can get in most health food stores. Mila's trying to get my attention. You can get a holy basil in most health food stores, tulsi tea, and that also is a tea that's been researched for its ability to heal traumas, particularly traumas that are deep-seated in the body. When you're trying to heal somebody who has chronic trauma or extremely deep-seated trauma, or yourself, and you're doing the heart-centered meditation, drinking tulsi tea or drinking holy basil tea nightly can help heal the trauma. If you want to mix it with Melissa, I think that's absolutely fine as well. So those are just some of the herbs I wanted to share with you today that you can begin to incorporate into your daily meditation habits to help you connect with spirit and to Mother Earth in ways you may not have explored in the past. All right, so I want to thank you for watching this quick video on the plant medicines and how they can be incorporated in your daily meditation. And if you're still trying to get in for a reading, you can find the information below. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Peace out.